How's it going, guys? It is the Jordan Level Fox Games, my show where I talk about anime, video games, cartoons, and today I'm just doing a live stream and all that. So, yeah, um, pretty much I'm doing this. It's like kind of like what the first Friday or so of of June, and it's Gay Pride and all that. So, yeah, you know how it is. Um, so yeah, if you look at the title of my video or my stream here, I am doing a list of my favorite gay video game characters specifically. Then I'll talk about some indie stuff and just things that I just care about, versus, um, just always talking about negativity and all that. Hey, what's happening, fierce sympathetic Black Queen? How you doing today on this Friday? But yeah, I decided just to do a stream and all that because just thought it'd be fun, especially to interact with you guys. So I'll tell you guys what I've been up to and all that, and yeah. So let me show you this trailer. And I'm doing like I'm doing StreamYard this time around, not Restream, because I feel like um, StreamYard might actually be a little bit more better. Um, I would say Restream does a little bit of a better presentation, but as far as like actually showing and like e-fapping stuff, that I always what do I do? I always have a lot of backgrounds and stuff, or a lot of like tabs open so I can show you guys. So I won't like forget anything. But I think that's been what's messing with my streams and stuff lately, and why it's always buffering. But yeah, so I'm gonna wait for some more people to come in, but I'll play some stuff real quick, and just give you my thoughts and my opinions because I know some things came out today. Well, that was unexpected. Hey, what's happening, Ashes? Welcome. But yeah. So you probably read the title of the stream, but I'm going to be like talking about some trailers and stuff because I'm pretty sure some people might ask my opinion on it or whatever. But yeah, so let's play Tales of TMNT. I'm pretty sure everybody knows my opinion on it, but I figure what, why not just talk about it real quick, So let's get into it. So, have you guys been up to anything on Friday? Let me know in the chat. Don't worry, it's still loading. Screen time, I promise. And I had a last night too, so I was able to restart my computer this morning. So yeah, this should be fun.
All right, boys.
To start right off the bat, I think Tales of Team and Cheat trailer it was good, unlike the whole summer gaming festival. Dang. um, I don't have too much of an opinion on the trailer. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be sharing it. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I wouldn't have this problem, but apparently I still do. So guess I was wrong there. Let's see. I don't think this universe, and I really don't want them to revisit it, but they're going to do it anyways because they think it's good. But hey,
Hey, the big
that's just me.
we need a play now. Donnie, the smart one.
Not until his voice is still terrible. All right. Maybe I probably spoke too soon. StreamYard probably does suck. But anyways, I'm back now, so sorry about that. Um, Almost finished with the trailer. Hang on.
Our force. Play. We get plus. I but graded. Raven.
Team Mutant Mayhem.
All mutants must be destroyed.
So you want to exterminate us? Brothers.
What is that thing supposed to be?
Hello.
Don't miss tail. Team turns the evidence.
Oh, like Bang is a costume?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That trailer. I still really don't like this series. It's still terrible. Like, there's really nothing that I like about it, to be honest with you. Um, I can't even say that I'm like even hyped or anything. Like, I just don't feel anything. The whole, oh well, we've never fought apart for whatever. I'm like, okay. I mean, because the turtles have been on other like misadventures and stuff, either by themselves where they've gotten through adversity, or maybe in pairs or whatever. I mean, yeah. and even like the 2012 version, they were like kind of like figuring out how to work together, and that was like their thing throughout the entirety of the series. But and then of course we see the new Agent Bishop and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, we all know it's a terrible design, anyways. Um, Hairstyle's ugly. They race and gender swap Bishop. Like, come on. But it is what it is. Anyways, let me play the Sonic one. Sonic X Shadow Basketball. I found nothing about Sonic X Shadow trailer. I still think it's just a cash grab for Sega as usual. I mean, that may be, but still, I mean, it definitely looked pretty cool though. It was nice seeing some of those old stages that we haven't seen in a while. Even though I know Sega should really come back on the whole nostalgia thing and just focus on making original stuff. But come on, you can't lie. I mean, seeing stuff like I don't know, Railroad Canyon and all that. Like I'll talk about it as the trailer plays. And then I saw some your black arms power. But yeah, I hope it's not gonna be like. Well, my only concern was that I just didn't hope that it would turn out like episode. So I Shadow, what 5 that's story that it in about Shadow, Seaside Hill, um, Speed Highway, Crisis City, Railroad. So yeah, yeah, I love that theme. I was actually listening to that theme too, by the way. Uh, uh, then this is where Shadow got the black arm power. That's it. Yeah, that is the new important thing. But I mean, I thought it was doing something. But I mean,
By
it's to each
enemies
to it
offering
though. I'm
un-
not like trying to dunk on you or anything, Ash. Just but I got nothing out of that. I was just like, because I just don't like that universe in general. But yeah, because I just don't like how they're trying to get away from the martial arts aspect about Ninja Turtles or whatever, and they're just kind of winging it and thinking that it's successful now, guys. But Sonic X Shadow Generations, yeah, we know definitely that they're doing the whole nostalgia thing. But like I said, I mean, I'm glad it's not like. Well, I hope it definitely won't turn out like Sonic Forces with episode Shadow. But for me, I mean, I got it for free though, so that was pretty cool at the time because but it was DLC and yeah. But it is what it is with that. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, let me stop sharing the screen. All right. So I guess there's some things I want to talk about first. So I wanted to do this stream because, well, if you read the title of the video, I wanted to talk about, I guess, some of my favorite gay video game characters since it's gay pride or whatever, which I'll get into that in a second. And I don't really celebrate gay pride or anything, but I just thought, hey, you know what? It'll probably be worth just talking about, I guess. Then I'll talk about some of my favorite, well, not some of my favorite, but some of my indie comics that I've been reading lately and then the stuff that I care about and the stuff I don't care about. That's what I'm going to open up with. Sonic is more than generic nowadays to me. Sega is just being cowards just because they didn't have the guts and didn't care to do something bold like Archie and Fleetway did. No offense, man, but I do like the games better than Archie and Fleetway, at least even story wise. But that's not to say that Archie and Fleetway aren't unique in their own way. But that's just me. But yeah, I do feel like sometimes even with the movies and stuff, they're kind of holding back because like there's like a ton of characters and a ton of like original ideas they have even within the games, but it doesn't seem like they're just going all in. But that's my thoughts on Sonic for right there. But anyways, so I want to just talk about some of the stuff that I didn't care first, and then I'll just tell you what I've been up to lately. So basically, everybody's been talking about the Acolyte and stuff. So pretty much, it's this new Star Wars show that's kind of set in the earliest time period of like the series now. So there'll naturally like be some retcons, diversity check boxes, and so on and so forth. Since it's Disney, and they don't really learn from their mistakes. So nowadays, they only just double down on it. And since it's gay pride, they want to kind of push homosexuality as like predicted. And of course, some other channels will talk about it. And I'm not going to like lie. I watch some of the reviews when it's kind of recommended, but there's just no point to like really watching the show because I mean, we already know it's going to be bad anyway. So like, what's the point of watching it? Because I mean, I watch like My Adventures of Superman, right? But I just watch it to make fun of it. The Acolyte. I don't have Disney Plus, and I'm not going to go out of my way to get Disney Plus or whatever, or to even watch the Acolyte because I just don't care. You know, like I'm just not really invested in Star Wars like that anymore. I'm not really invested in Disney, and there's nothing really we've had like that we've seen from the show that isn't better. Like we've seen like the original series or of Star Wars or the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy and all that. And that to me is like the best parts of Star Wars, the video games, the comics, etc. But what they got currently, um, yeah, they might have a few hits here and there, or not even hits, but a few, yeah, all right stuff, I guess. Like I heard the Acolyte, well, not the Acolyte, what was it, Andor? Yeah, Andor was okay. Mandalorian, that was actually all right up until like, well, really the third season and Rogue One. But other than that, most of the other Star Wars movies have been pretty bad lately. So, or the TV shows and all that. So, yeah, I'm like, yeah, why even bother at this point? But people who need something to talk about. And I mean, it's already destroyed. So it's like, yeah, there's no point of really going back to it. So I don't really care about like the Acolyte, to be honest with you. And by the way, like the interview with the directors and stuff, where they kind of claim that all nerds are like gay or whatever. I'm like, yeah, no. Like when I saw that interview, I was just like, um, just I just had this like look on my face, like really, like I can't believe you just said that, like because it's just stupid and just untrue. I mean, maybe for a few, but not everyone, not all the nerds. Like no, not even close. But yeah, but not just the movies, but Sonic Prime is bland. Oh yeah, they also could have gone a little bit more into Sonic Prime. Addition of blandness and mobile games like Dream Team. I would disagree on IDW because I feel like yeah, compared to like Sonic Prime, because Sonic Prime was definitely bland. IDW is definitely not bland because I feel like yeah, they've been definitely doing a lot of creative stuff in my opinion. Dream Team, I haven't really played the game of Dream Team, so I don't really know because I don't have. Well, they need to put it on a console to be honest with you, but it's weird how they put it on a mobile game or whatever. But it is what it is. Spin-off games like Knuckles Chaotix or Sonic Spinball. Yeah, they need to put those on like some kind of updated port, whatever. Andor and Acolyte are the best recent Star Wars projects, and Dave Filoni really needs therapy after doing shitty Tales of Jedi and Tales of Empire, probably. And then I think he worked on Ahsoka too, or whatever. And I actually liked Ahsoka as a character from the Star Wars: The Clone Wars cartoon because I grew up with that. But the show, again, didn't bother because I just didn't want to see Ahsoka get ruined. So it is what it is. So, like I said, I don't really care for the Acolyte, and then I also don't really care for like deconstruction either. Like, I mean, deconstruction can work for like some stories, but to see it kind of constantly, it just gets depressing. Like Rick and Morty, for example. I like Rick and Morty, but it's just like I don't need every other show to be like a deconstruction or somebody being bitter and sad. Because to be honest with you, I want to see people like myself kind of showing their true inner strength. So doing things that we're like good at, improving ourselves and believing in like the human spirit and like what we can like accomplish together. So like for example, I've been like going to the gym, right, to get stronger and gain more weight. And I've seen people do like crazy things at the gym. Like I've seen like I saw this old guy. He was like probably his 60s or 70s. He looked like he could like play Master Roshi or something. You know how like Master Roshi's all buff when he takes his shirt off and he powers up. I'm like, yeah, that guy looked like that. He was bald and he had the beard and everything. I was like, man, this guy could really play a good Master Roshi, you know? Or I saw like one dude, he was like he was in the little hit zone or the boxing room or whatever. He was practicing like balancing his entire body on his finger, two fingers even. I was like, bro, I wish I could do stuff like that. That was crazy. Like I'm not even kidding. Like he really did that. And then what else is there? Um, what have other people done? And then of course people boxing and stuff or whatever, hitting bags. I'm just like, man, I feel like I'm out in my element, but that's not gonna stop me from wanting to keep up, you know. So yeah, definitely stuff like that. But yeah, PM. Oh wait, my bad. Also, 10:01 p.m. Also yesterday is D-Day anniversary. Brave men services our nation. Oh, well, happy former D-Day. Hey, what's up, Jay Leno? How's it going? Just talking about some things, in the title of the video. But yeah, as I was saying though, like yeah, some deconstruction. I'm kind of getting tired of that too, and like fiction or just in general. Like just to like add another thing there. Like Bruce Lee, he once said like, "Give me your heart and not your head." So I kind of interpret that as like, I interpret it as in like put your heart into something and just give less of your opinions. So less talk, more working and stuff. That's how I kind of see it. But yeah, Bruce Lee would kind of say this type of thing to like other people and stuff like that he was working with, like just give me your heart, not your head. So if you're trying to like, if he's working on a script or whatever, he's like, I need you to make this happen and don't give me like too many of your ideas of what to change in my script and stuff, basically. So I might try to cut back on really always giving my takes or my opinions and stuff and just focus on like doing my work. So stuff like art, animating, and all that stuff. That's what I'm going to probably try to work on. Just saying, hey, about to game soon. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Nice. D-Day is overhyped fluff. Battle of Stalingrad is the real game-changing event. No disrespect to veterans, though. That's understandable, but yeah. I mean, I don't know too much about it, but yeah. But happy D-Day though. But anyways, um, but yeah, that's why I just wanted to say. I wanted to like practice like working on like just myself and like working on like my own work versus just like let's say leaving a comment and just saying stuff or whatever, just that kind of thing, basically, or just being like or always ranting but not always offering like an alternative or doing something to impress myself, basically. So that's what I wanted to say. All right. So, anyways, let's talk about the first thing in the title of the video. So, my favorite video game gay characters and stuff. Attack of the Dead Man is World War One. So while I do rant about stuff like sexuality swapping from time to time, I don't really mind it if it's like done naturally when characters are like established from like the jump or they get closer to like someone of the same sex. But my answer is yes. When it's just like them for the as the characters alone and not for like who they sleep with or whatever. So my favorite gay characters in video games are like Murray from Sly Cooper, Marisa from Street Fighter Six, Melina from Mortal Kombat. Because I mean, I just like them as characters. Even some classic villains like Vamp or Colonel Logan from Metal Gear Solid. I mean, they're gay, but they're cutthroat killers. So in some animes and cartoons, I mean, there's also some there too, like shows like Steven Universe, OKKO, and so on and so forth. Like, yeah, I do like those shows, even though it probably is overbloated though. I even like Korra and Asami from Avatar, Legends of Korra. I mean, I think the relationship is okay. While it wasn't kind of planned out from the start, but they got together because like Korra just felt comfort, like because I feel like a lot of people like down talk it or whatever or don't understand. But in my opinion, I think it's mostly because like Korra felt comfortable around Asami because she was like, she had PTSD and she had to go through physical therapy. So Asami was like the only person that she really talked to about it like that. And then, not to mention, since a lot of people don't really point this out, but Korra was like 21 at the time, and when they got together and didn't really have many friends until she was like 17, because she was training with the White Lotus. So my point is, she never really had the free time to like explore that side, honestly. And for Asami, I mean, she was a year older. She lost her dad recently, and her closest friends were like Korra at the time. But if you can just give me to like a character for just being gay or whatever, it's like, and it isn't like their own personality trait, or if it's not a parody, then I'm fine with it. Same as well. I'm just getting tired of rainbow capitalism in every June. Even some gays and straights are tired of Rainbow June. Yeah, yeah, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna even fight it. I'm just like, just let it play out. But anyways, let me play my list real quick. Hang on. But yeah, I agree with that empathetic Black Queen. Um, my opinion on Koronasami is forced, not against it, but it kind of made sense since they suffered trauma. They closed it be better as full seasons if the book implies it a little bit. Yeah, like I mean, I would say the earliest it really dates back is the third season, but you can tell that that's not really something that they planned from the start of the series because if they did, then they would have definitely done some stuff then because originally Asami was supposed to be like a spy for the Equalists, but instead, since the writers and the people that worked on the characters and stuff, they liked Asami a lot, so they gave that role to her dad, who was the Equalist spy, and he was like he's the one that betrayed him instead of Asami. So of course Asami became a member of Team Avatar and all that stuff, and then her and Korra were in a love triangle with Mako. But yeah, yeah. And then in season three, Korra and Asami started spending more time to each other, well, with each other, with the whole love rivalry out of the window and all that stuff. So yeah, and they started to grow a lot more closer. Things happen. Season four. Then I just see it as them just trying to try something new. How about season two of Korra? It was stated that relationships not shown below suggested to be better. I wouldn't really say it was there. That was where they were trying to like in Korra's relationship with Mako, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not like I do like Mako though. He's a cool character, but I didn't really like how they portrayed the relationship because it was just I just felt like Korra was kind of immature when she was in a relationship with Mako, where she was always angry or Mako he tried, but you know what I mean. Like I'm just like yeah, because and my justification is that I just don't think Korra was mature enough to handle that relationship and stuff, at the time. But with Asami though, mm, a little bit. I mean, she still gets a little hot headed sometimes over well, not with Asami though, but with other people when they like judge her in some kind of way, like her dad. Her dad didn't really judge her though, but he kind of was like just trying to give her some advice, and she immediately blew up over it. It's in the comics though. It's my rewrite and fixing the Korra and Asami relationships. Hmm. Okay. But yeah, so I just felt like that was worth addressing. But as far as like my some of my favorite characters go, like I said, Murray from Sly Cooper, conceptually he was supposed to be like bisexual and stuff, which is listed on the wiki. To my surprise, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Or they wanted to make him like into some kind of weird stereotype, and I was like, I'm glad they did not do that. But I guess personally, I kind of consider him to be that. Not a stereotype though, but to be like, okay, well, on the side he is, but all right, I can accept that, you know. And then Marisa from Street Fighter and stuff, she's a pretty cool character. I might actually show something about that real quick. It'd be better if Korra was teen show drawn blood and violence as the Avatar: Last Airbender are older than to be interesting, just like X-Men '97 did. Yeah, Legends of Korra kind of was that though. It was definitely like more darker like of a take than Avatar: Last Airbender, where oh yeah they had no problem showing people get killed and stuff or people dying on the screen, like Pali, for example, right? Her head got blown right off, like her body and everything. It was like yo that was crazy. Well, they didn't show it on screen, but you know because they panned the camera away, or like the Earth Queen when they like suffocated her. So yeah, like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually do like Legends of Korra, and at one point I did like it better than Last Airbender. But is it better than Last Airbender? No. But I do feel like it's a good show, and I feel like a lot of people who don't like the show hate on it, even though it's been like way over 10 years at this point. But that's just me. Street Fighter. It was darker, but the same at the same time. It was more childish than the Last Airbender. I don't know about more childish though. Depends, but you know, because the characters were more older and stuff. Because I mean, I know what you're saying, Ash, though. But I'm just saying in the Last Airbender, though, the characters were like, you know, Last Airbender, the characters are like 12 to at least like what 16 or no 17, and then what was it? Avatar: Last Airbender, Legends of Korra. Most of the characters were like 17 to at least like, well, if you're talking about Korra's group, 17 to like 25, Lynn and all them. But this is also one of my favorites. So I have Street Fighter 6. It's a pretty cool game. This where you can by your universe and like train with other like characters and stuff, and they become your masters. Like so you can kind of use your style, you know, as a preference or whatever. So that's pretty cool. So what I All right, I think I'm back. Yep. All right. Let me try to share the screen again. Hang on. This always happens when I share the screen. Yeah, it's highly. I mean, in terms of characters, like guys like Bolin were cheap Sokka replacements to me. Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's pretty good at least. I mean, definitely had a lot of heart and stuff. As you like see, throughout like most of the series, like Bolin's like finding different careers with Obender. Second season, he's a mover star, and then the third season really cemented his because his family lineage is anyways. That's Marisa, one of my favorite characters from Street Fighter Six. This so like when I first saw her, I was like, oh, enjoy. Like this was like I swear. There we go. Her pet, by the way, but still, or part of everything. He's a character from Street Fighter Six and stuff. She's pretty cool. This stuff is easy to uh, that makes me like her more as a character. There goes the okay, 2 minute video without this fucker gonna and Marisa is low key kind of cute too. But yeah, she's like the tallest female Street Fighter and stuff. I think she's like what 6'6" and the heaviest. But yeah, yeah, but like I said, that's what the character. If the character just happens to be gay or whatever, that's cool. But if you make them into like that's their may or may not be like they may be a terrible person. I'm just like, no, you know. But from if you can see that,
That and another. You see,
all right. Let me stop screen sharing. Hopefully, the video more or whatever will be a little bit more smoother that way. All right. Let's see. Just saw a video discussing new possible Sonic cartoons. Naive folks, do they really think Sega would allow it to be anything more than just another game advertisement? I mean, no offense, Ashes, but that's kind of like what Sonic is kind of, at least as far as like, multimedia goes. Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like promoting the games and all that stuff. I'm not saying they can't do anything different from the games or they have to be like completely like, well, tethered to it, but because I mean, many of the cartoons that introduce like original characters and stuff, or like newer characters, um, that people kind of want to see, or even like the comics or whatever. Of course, they have a lot of original characters and all that. But still, I got nothing. I got no problem with how the direction of Sonic is. I just wish that they would just like stop acting like they have limits and just go more all out and use characters that they kind of already have, like Silver and Blaze. And my last thing with the Sonic thing is just that I wish they had more villains as well. But that's just me. All right, I promise one more video. This just came to mind. Hang on. Hang on. Let me share this. TMNT cartoons promote comics too, yet the likes of hang on. Metal Gear Solid 2. All right, I believe that is it. All right, so let me. Um, Sorry, I'm not showing these comments and stuff. TMNT cartoons promote comics too, yet the likes of Dragon 3 and Shot Series are more of an independent to be their own thing. Yeah, but it's not like completely off because it does take inspiration. Pretty much that. But if we're just talking about like Sonic Prime, well, it was kind of out of nowhere that they just made it canon into the games. Guys, Sonic character, like as like yeah, he doesn't really act like games, like in my opinion. Like, yeah, he's just like written.
Vamp is a member of Dead Cell. Born in Romania, his specialty is knives. but I guess you know that by now. When he was just a kid, he lost his family to a terrorist bomb that went off in a church they were attending. His body pierced by a crucifix, Vamp was buried under the rubble for 2 days before he was finally rescued. During those 2 days, he survived by feeding on the blood of his family to quench his thirst. That's blood.
So that's why they call him Vamp.
No, Vamp isn't vampire, it's bisexual. Rumor has it, Vamp was the lover of Scott Dolph, the Marine Commandant who accidentally died 2 years ago. Scott Dolph was also the father of Fortune, the Dead Cell leader.
Fortune's old man? But Fortune and Vamp?
You noticed, eh? Not bad for a rookie.
All right.
As you say, Vamp and Fortune are very close. Not lovers, but very close.
Friends?
No, there's more to their relationship than that.
But Vamp was her father's lover.
Would it have been better if it was with her mother?
Well,
I don't really think they care what you think. Focus on the mission.
by the way, have you ever met the guy before?
No.
But he seemed to know you.
Right. Well, No, it can't be.
What?
Nothing. I told you the Dead Cell is a group of madmen. I wouldn't take anything they say very seriously.
Whoops. All right. There you go. All right. So enough about that. So I'm like, yeah, even a villain. I mean, he can still be cutthroat and just so happen to be that. And I'm like, all right, cool. So that's my whole spill about that. Now, let me tell you about the stuff that I do care about. Okay. So before I start talking about indie comics and stuff, I'm going to just tell you what I've been up to lately. So pretty much I've been like watching, or not been up to that much lately, but I guess in my free time, I've been rewatching Samurai Jack. So pretty much, like I said, I've been watching Samurai Jack on HBO Max and stuff just for old time's sake. Since it's been kind of like 7 years since I've like saw season 5 and it ended and stuff, so I haven't seen Samurai Jack in like that long. And Samurai Jack is just one of those shows. It's like one of the best action cartoons from the 2000s, and it's like one of the most well choreographic like shows on Cartoon Network, pretty much. And Gendy Taskarowski, like he just hasn't lost a touch even after all these years with like season 5 and Symbiotic Titan and or Primal. I mean, he just can't miss. He's had Dexter's Lab. He's created Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the old 2003 show. So, like I said, he just can't miss. He's really that good when it comes to animation and just storytelling, or definitely like the direction and stuff. And he's definitely like a real one, paying homage to like 300, Dark Knight Returns, Star Wars, etc. Like all that stuff was inside Samurai Jack. So he was kind of like into this stuff before like geek culture was even like before geek culture even got popular. So other creators like Craig McCracken, Lauren Faust, Rob Rezzeni, like yeah, they're all the real ones back in the day. So I just had fun rewatching it, like the entire series again, and it's just and how like season 5 kind of like completed Jack's arc, and like Indy just had that chance to like be able to just go all out with the blood and all that stuff. Well, I don't know if he went all out with season 5, but he was definitely able to do a lot more with Jack in season 5 than any other season. I'll say that much. But yeah. Now I must play that. Now I didn't know that there was a Samurai Jack game. Or I think I might have forgotten it, but there's actually a Samurai Jack game that's like, connected to season 5 and all that stuff. And there's an alternate ending where Jack does save Ashi and they get married. I'm like, bro, I need to play that game. I gotta make sure Jack and Ashi get that happy ending that they deserved. But that's how I feel on Samurai Jack. So yeah, I've been rewatching the show. Want to get the game now. Just finished it today, actually, a couple of hours ago. So yeah, I feel like Taskarowski needs bigger budget to top Samurai Jack and Primal. I think he still got the fire and a lot of ideas. Yeah, like he definitely does. Like Primal, I'm like, oh god, yeah, he was able to go crazy with that one. Ballistic even with that show. I was like, oh, this show is really brutal. It's very just yeah. But yeah, maybe yeah, if you do give him a big budget or whatever, or some kind of like film feature, oh yeah, he would definitely deliver on that. So I gotta give it to him. All right. So that's Samurai Jack right there. And what else do I want to talk about? All right. So I want to talk about some indie comics and stuff real quick. So I've been reading some indie comics and all that stuff. So I'm gonna start off with you went plan rewrite Samurai Jack videos to be fun. I just watch small YouTubers go and rewrite versions. Maybe it might be fun for your content. Nah, I'm not gonna do a rewrite. I think Samurai Jack was good as is, but I'm talking about like I might because there's a Samurai Jack game that's recent. Because I mean I wouldn't be surprised if there was one on like PS2 or something when I first heard about it. But I'm like, wait a second, there was a Samurai Jack game that's like recent years, and you can play it and get an alternate ending where you save Ashi and she doesn't get erased and her and Jack can live happily ever after. Oh, better sign me up. And not to mention, Jack gets some of his runbacks on certain characters that he didn't beat, like those hunters. Okay, all right, I'm down. So yeah, I mean, because it's Samurai Jack, like, come on. But anyways, so like I've been saying, I've been reading certain indie comics like Empowered. So in case you don't know what Empowered is a superhero parody about like a superheroine named Empowered, and it's about her daily life, and she's like a small time like D-list hero. She usually has like a damsel, like, or she's usually a damsel getting tied up, kidnapped, and made fun of constantly. Empowered is like the underdog of her own story. Personally, I wanted to kind of see her make it, especially if it means like shutting up like the people who openly like just criticize or chastise her, because she's always like made fun of or for her looks, her body, being called a skank, even called super lame, which that's kind of a lame pun, but okay. Even though she actually just goes all like, she just goes out and try to do something with her life, and save people. And I mean, even though she's not really good at it, but still, I mean, at least she's doing something. And she's following her like childhood dream of being a hero. So that's pretty cool. So some of the characters have like funny gimmicks, like like there's a time based villain who literally has this ability, or he doesn't control time, but he has time themed gimmicks. So like basically he like has gadgets that are like clock related or whatever. Um, has nothing to do with time. So she's like, wait, how's there a time themed villain and he's labeled a D-lister? And then she finds out, oh, later, oh, okay, that's why. He just got the gadgets, but he can't actually do nothing with time. And then, yeah, and then there's like some cross dressers and stuff, which I think Empowered has a thing for cross dressers because she's trying to get her boyfriend to like dress up in a maid outfit. And he's like, no. And I'm right there with him, like, no, no, no. And then she's talking about, oh, well, I want to, no, well, I'm not going to say that, but basically, yeah. Or like, and it's just weird too how Empowered like gets taken out in like some of the dumbest ways possible. But yeah, yeah, but that does happen to her though, and she does have some serious moments where she is saved by like she did save a goon's life one time from like an aneurysm, or times where she like was powerless. She like took down some bad guys or whatever here and there, or she would have if she didn't become powerless. But when her suit gets torn, it doesn't work anymore, and she's like basically like a regular human girl. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, but I have the first two volumes. The first volume is about Empowered being like established and her like friend Ninjet, and the second one is about like Empowered's boyfriend mostly, named Thug Boy. He's a former like minion or goon. But he kind of retired from that, and like him and Empowered live together, so that's pretty cool. And pretty much the second one is just mostly about things from his point of view. So yeah, if you like attractive female superheroes and meta humor, this just might be for you. All right, let me play some of these comments. Oop, already read that. Telltale, Walking Dead, Clementine had choices that she be bi with Violet. Yes, Clement can be bi and LGBTQ. Oh, I never really played the Telltale Walking Dead, but it's funny you say that a Black Queen because I played earlier this week the Telltale Batman, the um the Enemy Within, because I played the first one I think a year or two ago, and I never really got to like Enemy Within until I started watching the RDC World do gameplays or whatever about the first game, and that just made me think, all right, I want to come back to doing the Enemy Within, and before just get ahead of them and all that and see what this entire story is about. The first one is better, in my opinion. The second one's okay, but I would have rather the Riddler had been the main villain of the second game, more so over the Joker. But it is what it is on that one. But yeah, but the Telltale games though. But yeah, but that's in though. So I'll probably show you the books and stuff that I have real quick. Hang on. So yeah, these are the empowered graphic novels that I got. They're at my comic book store. I think it's just these. Actually, it might be another one there, but it's a more later volume though. But these are the first two volumes that I got. It's by Adam Warren, as you can see in the corner right there, and the comics are pretty short. The first one has some different art in there, or it's done by different artists. But yeah, there's some coloring in it, but it's mostly black and white. Right here. I would say this story right here. Hang on. I would say this story right here would probably be like one of my favorites because it really did show that she really has the potential to take down these villains and all that stuff by herself, and that she's not like completely useless. But it's just like, man, she just got taken down by like just terrible luck and stuff because a building collapsed and her costume got torn, and when her costume gets torn, she loses her powers and everything. It's I'm just like, man, can she ever get a win or anything on somebody and stop getting kidnapped? But it is what it is on that one. So this is how it turns out. Like basically, beat up, tied up, as you can see. But yeah, if you want some new indie comics, you should check out Russia Bubble Comic Studio. They're most famous for their. Oops, hang on. They're most famous for their Major Grum, Major Thunder comics about policemen fighting supervillains. That should be cool. Hope the shipping will be pretty cool though too. Then this is the second volume. Let me fish for one of my favorite stories out of here. Hang on. This is one story. Whoops, where she right here under no, where she goes undercover as a librarian but gets captured and all that stuff. Basically, what book are you holding? Empowered. Yep. Where she goes undercover as a librarian and gets captured or whatever by the villains, and then later at the end, she like has sex with her boyfriend, but didn't know that the costume was wired because her boyfriend was into the sexy librarian outfit. Let me check it out. So look. He's all like, all right, let's go, Missy. You're going to keep on the stockings and the shoes and definitely those glasses. Like, he just couldn't wait. But yeah, but I don't blame him, though. That's empowered right there. And then I've been reading some other stuff too, like for example, Black Ops, USGI. It's basically a military kind of sci-fi drama about like a non-anthropomorphic rabbit codenamed USGI and his owner Penny or Penelope going on special ops missions like with other non-anthro animals enhanced by like nuclear radiation. It's kind of hilarious watching these animals interactions and like them fight sequences and stuff because they're against like opponents that are like much larger than them, and they're like the size of like literally a rabbit and a otter and stuff. And just imagine like a rabbit holding a knife or throwing grenades, or an otter with imposable thumbs and all that stuff, like shooting guns and all that stuff. It's crazy. Like I'm about to show you guys in a second, but yeah, doing all that stuff, and it's just so weird. And it is kind of like it is written pretty well though, where the nature of things are kind of rationalized and it has like some emotional weight to it. Like I'm reading this because it's kind of connected to like Common America, so that's mostly why. But it's a pretty good story so far. So yeah, and from where I'm at, like the volume 4, they're all having like a big crossover. So that's where I'm at with USGI, Black Ops, and Common America. They already screened the third movie about this comic. I finally having the time to go see it in the theaters today. That was pretty nice. Did you like? Well, I'm pretty sure you enjoyed it. But yeah, but speaking about cops and all that stuff, let me show you this. Hang on. All right, and this is Black Ops right here. I actually got a trading card from it too. Check it out. Just a trading card that. Hang on. This is the trading card that I got with the from the thing. And let me pull it out. That's Penelope right here. She is USGI's translator. This is the back of her card. I'm pretty sure this is based off an actual person. I haven't really read. Well, I read the book, yeah, but I mean, I haven't really read too much of like who was based on or looked at too many of the interviews yet from Iconic Comics. But yeah, but the books do come with these cool cards though, so that's pretty nice. And I got these first two up here from Common America. This is my first one, Common Comment, that I got from the first volume, and this is Common Robin that I got from the second volume. So all I just need is a Common America trading card. So just to complete that collection right here. But back to Black Ops. So let me pull this out. So I just can't help but laugh because it's literally about this rabbit right here and stuff who's like their special operative. Basically, he can't talk or anything, but let me move it right here a little bit. But he can kind of like, they kind of portray his thoughts right there. Like right there, he's saying screwball. He's talking to this little bird right here, pretty much. Or like, what else? Or right here, he's asking this other rabbit for directions of like where this missile is at, which is pretty funny. What else is there? Or right here, he's signing in using a little tablet or whatever, a little iPad. I think that's pretty funny and cute and all that stuff. Him communicating more right there. I think he's saying copycat because there's a copy machine and a cat right there. Or right here, he's saying witch hunt. So that's kind of hilarious to me. And then I'm gonna show you guys what the fight sequences and all that stuff look like. And these are some of his partners right here. Pretty much, that's I can't remember the turtle's name, but there's an otter right here. His name is Patriot R, and he does not like anybody, but he does like to fight and shoot up things. So there is that. So let me show you what these scenes look like. So here, he's straight up fighting these so-called vampire deers, chucking grenades. Fight like manhandling these tigers and stuff. That little rabbit right there. Holding knives. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? And then he goes in that room and it slits his throat. I'm like, oh snap, this rabbit's about that life. Like every time I see him in action with that knife, I would just be like thinking of like Ninja Gaiden, hearing the little sound effects and everything. So look. And this is Timothy Lin, the guy who does the Common American comics, his art style later in the book. But yeah, Patriot R, Commando G, and stuff here. More of Patriot R. Here's him getting all trigger happy, as you can see right here. This little otter. So look, he is savage. I don't know why, but he kind of reminds me of like Damian Wayne a little bit. The opposable thumb and digit dexterity of an otter family allows Patriot R to manipulate small firearms in combat. Patriot R has earned the Army Marksmanship Qualification Badge for pistols. What? Expert rank combined hit count 29 out of 30. Oh, look at this. Like, this is hilarious to me that he's able to do all this. I'm like, yo, what is this? So I was not expecting that when I got this book, but I'm glad I got it. But anyways, let me read some of this chat. Man, you just unlocked my memories with trading cards. It's been like 12 to 13 years since the last time I bought TMNT 2003 magazine with trading card packs. I have over 200 of them in the box. Okay. I did not know they had like, well, it makes sense because back in the day they had like cards for anything. Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. Remember Duel Masters? Yeah, Duel Masters. I do. It was supposed to be like I don't want to say a knockoff Yu-Gi-Oh because Yu-Gi-Oh was called Duel Monsters, but this one's called Duel Masters with another spiky-haired protagonist. But yeah, hang on. There's common right there. That girl with the black hair. Patriarch about us. Go at it. Common comment. She's the girl on the card with the red hair that I just showed earlier. So yeah, but yeah, they were about to fight, or they did fight, kind of. And that was hilarious. Or it's funny seeing them go at it because in common comment, she's also a bit of the fighter, and obviously with her name, she likes she's fire type and all that stuff. So yeah. But anyways, that is Black Ops, pretty much. All right. Then I have one more indie that I want to talk about, and that is Yuki versus. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me show you my other Common America stuff real quick, which I forgot. Here are some of the comics. My first Common America comic, Volume 2, and Volume 3, with all of them on there. Common America in the middle, Common Comment in the on like with the red hair, and Common Comet, or Common Ramen. My bad. With the blue, that my hand is over right here. Yep, I had to get that, but that's the hardcover for it. So yeah. And then the last indie comic that I wanted to talk about, and this one really hits home, is Yuki versus Panda. Now it's a martial arts parody about like a rivalry between like a girl named Yuki Lee and a talking panda whose like ear that Yuki had bit off when she was like a little girl. So I kind of read this this one volume so far. I haven't read all the other stuff yet, and I actually got it from a Comic Con back in like January. Um, I think it was like a I think I got it for like $5 actually. And there was also a Shutter in Hell that they were also selling for apparently $5, like the entire book. I was like, or the entire like it was like a volume. I was like, okay, bet. And I was like, this Yugi versus Panda thing also looks interesting too, because I guess I like Asian girls. So there you go. So I bought it and I was like, okay, I'm thoroughly impressed. So far, it definitely does give me that Scott Pilgrim feel like to it, and exactly like what I've been kind of wanting from Ninja Turtles and stuff. The whole returning to the ridiculous martial arts feats and respect of all things, or that aspect and stuff. Like I've been waiting for that for quite a while, but I definitely get it here from Yuki versus Panda, because that's why I really don't like Tales of TMNT, is because they're trying to get away from that martial arts aspect about the turtles, and even in the IDW comics. I might even talk about that another time, but yeah, because in the IDW comics there's less action, and the Mutant Mayhem stuff, they like completely took out that whole background and stuff, which made the turtles pretty cool. So I'm just like, so what exactly makes them stand out apart from just being mutant turtles? Because they're supposed to be ninjas too, and they're kind of known for that, but whatever. So let me show you this real quick. This is the book. Hello, my name is Gloria Pasci Fantasy. I am a blah 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 lesbian with hang on with a prolapsed uterus that smells like, well, I don't want to say all that. I'm going to die. Please pray for my. Okay. Well, that is very weird. Have you seen all 40 new covers for the upcoming IDW TMNT issue 1? No, I have not. Today I just read TMNT Black, White, and Green. That was a pretty interesting comic, though. I'm not sure if it's a part of the IDW run or it might be like a side story or something that took place probably before issue 50. But yeah, but no, I haven't really seen the new issue for the new IDW one yet. But anyways, this is Yuki versus Panda. Got this for $5 as well, along with Shredder and Hell. So that was pretty cool. There you go. So basically, this girl right here, the pigtails, is Yugi, and this is clearly the panda right there. Basically, the panda is out for revenge on Yugi for biting her ear, for biting his ear off, as you can see. And those two characters on the side, those are Yuki's friends. So, I'm not gonna lie, this whole comic is like funny. Like, it's just completely funny to me. Like, let me read some of this stuff out loud. So, anyways, let's see. Oh, hello, baby panda. You're so cute. Honk. Even your farts are cute. I just want to take you home with. What do you think you're doing? No. Bad baby panda. This is my ice cream. Mine. See? Ugh. Whoa. No, no, no. Ice cream for you, baby panda. That's people's food. And then, yeah. It's so good. Look at this. I'm like, oh my god, that is such a kid thing to do. Like such a what a child would do and stuff. I'm like, oh my god. This girl is wild, bro. And then she's like, Yuki. I mean, her grandpa's like, Yuki, what are you doing? Oh, I was just dancing. And the panda's laughing at her too. Then the panda messes up her little ice cream. She's all like, oh nah. So they get into a fight. And basically she Mike Tyson's the panda, the baby panda, mind you, and just spits it out. Like, oh my god. While the grandpa was flirting with some other girl, he was like, oh god, my granddaughter is messing with the pandas and stuff. Look. So that was hilarious. I was like, immediately I was sold. I was like, yeah. I was like, all right, you got me there. Immediately. All right. So basically, so yeah, kind of stereotypical martial arts kind of background and all that. She trains. Let me get to this part right here. Panda escapes from the zoo and all that stuff, you see? And then, as you can see on that other page, yep, the rivalry is set in stone. But this is what I mean by like ridiculous like martial arts feats that I kind of miss for Ninja Turtles or like other stuff in general. Is like you see on this page right here that she's doing like a handstand. She's carrying all those books and she's like cleaning the hallways and stuff. And then her grandpa, her trainer, is like shooting arrows and stuff at her to test her reflexes. And she catches the arrow and then catches all the other stuff that she was carrying. And I'm just like, see, that's the type of thing that I'm missing from Ninja Turtles. So that's how I personally feel on that. But yeah, but definitely a martial arts type of parody comedy kind of thing. Then the panda. He's been traveling alone, working some jobs here and there and stuff. As you can see, just talking about he wants his revenge. There's like 3 people that he's wanting to get revenge on. I think he's got 2 so far. And let me pull up those two. That's not it. Speaking of pandas, do you remember that one character from TMNT Archie? PandaCon? Maybe. I'm thinking now that you mentioned it, pandas and TMNT, that makes me think of that one character from Usagi Jimbo, who was like, if I'm not mistaken, he was like a daimyo and stuff, and he was like supposed to be protected by Tomoe. I don't remember his name like that, but yeah, from Usagi Jimbo. Hmm. Oh well. But yeah, but some of this dialogue is pretty funny too. Like, let me get to one of my favorite parts where, what you call it? Hang on. That's not it. All right. Do you even know what that is? Oh, what day it is? Geez, relax, Madison. What did a new brooding teenage werewolf book come out or something? No, Yuki starts her training for the school Olympics today, and she's going to need our help. Okay, one, no, she won't. She's a freaking Amazon. Remember that kid who pulled her pigtail in grade school? Well, I heard his other ball finally descended. Ill. And two, what's the big deal? Like, why are you so in love with Yugi or whatever? Like, I'm like, yeah, that ball descended part of that had me laughing. I know it's a little bit immature, but yeah, it was hilarious. And of course, knowing me, I always like to read stuff with action in it. So this is where some pandas, some guys or some delinquents attack this pandas thing. Apparently, they mistake him from this, like, as some old guy or whatever. And of course, he beats the mess out of them, as you can see right here. So, yeah, that's pretty much Yuki versus Panda. I know it's not very much, but like I said, I only read one volume so far. But yeah, but that's pretty much my take on it. Definitely am interested in seeing like more of this though. And of course, it's available on Amazon, so you know where I'm going to get it from. I wish we got an actual Usagi Yojimbo show. His universe is interesting enough to adapt, especially when he had villains like Jay show up in TMNT cartoons. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that one, Ashes. I definitely do want to see more of. I like it would. Usagi definitely deserved his own show, and he had, or he didn't technically have a show, but there was a show called Usagi Yojimbo or something, but it wasn't about Usagi himself. It was just about some random descendant that Usagi had, and it wasn't even Space Usagi either. It was just like some random kid who just had Usagi's name and a different last name that wasn't Miyamoto, and I'm just like, well, what was the point of even making a Usagi Yojimbo show if you're not going to do a show about Usagi Miyamoto, the main character himself? Or if it's not going to be Space Usagi or something, then like that was pretty stupid. But that's my take on that, though. So yeah, so that's pretty much all the indie comics I got, and pretty much everything I wanted to talk about for the most part. So I just wanted to share that because those are some things I've been caring about lately, and some things I just wanted to like, lighten the mood a little bit, show some positivity versus always like ranting or raving or just talking about the bad or whatever. Like I said, I'm a huge Sonic and TMNT fan and stuff. I didn't really try to talk much about Sonic and TMNT, except for in the beginning of this stream and stuff, where I just wanted to get out the way a little bit real quick because I didn't really have much to say. Um, I do think that the Sonic series, though, I think it's pretty much in a decent state so far. Um, yeah, like I said, the Knuckles show wasn't really great, but as far as the games and the comics go, oh yeah, I'm definitely down for the comics, definitely, and the games too. You know, what else? Shadow of a Hedgehog movie. I guess they're trying to prepare for that. So, or not the Shadow of a Hedgehog, but Sonic 3. That movie's coming out in December. So, I wish we'd get it like a trailer or something like that. But that's just me. Then the Mutant Mayhem or the Tales of TMNT show. I'm like, look, I already know it sucks, and I already know that yeah, like the characters and stuff. Just yeah, no, I'm not really feeling it. But again, that's just me. But those are the indie comics, and those are some of my favorite, very like gay video game characters that I wanted to share, and just stuff I wanted to, that I just wanted to talk about, because like I said, I just wanted to lighten things up a little bit. So, you guys have anything else before I head out? Sega just doesn't respect Sonic's legacy and history. That's the biggest and most offensive problem. I wouldn't say they don't respect the legacy. I would say mostly the Western side of things, and I'm guessing because they don't want to have another backlash moment with like Ken Penders. And I'm not saying from Ken Penders specifically, but because remember they didn't really create most of the characters like on the America side of things, like the Freedom Fighters, because it was created by other people and stuff. But they don't want to have that type of lawsuit or whatever, royalties or whatever. So they're just sticking with what they have. That's why like newer characters like Tango and Whisper, they're not just exclusively just IDW, but they're completely owned by Sega and stuff. So that's why they're going to lean more into like promotion and stuff with them. But yeah. But like I said, I have almost no complaints and stuff. Today's Friday. Um, it's been a good day. It was my day off, so that was pretty nice. It's the weekend, and I'm off on the weekend, so yeah. They also don't mention Sonic manga at all, as well as Sonic OVA. Hmm. The manga, well, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, even though I like the manga, I don't think most people really talk about the manga like that. It's the Sonic OVA. Yeah, I guess they don't. But I don't really see what reason they have to really like bring it up in conversation or whatever. But they can base some stuff off of like the OVA or the manga here and there, but it is what it is. But anyways, I hope you guys like the stream. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Johnny Level Fox, and I'm out. Peace, and until we meet again.